SEC authorizes Bitcoin spot ETF in crypto's breakthrough. There's this is Rob. Is this the most recent story? Because one just came out last night. Do you have the most recent one? Is that the one I'm reading? Because that's the one I want to read.
No, the most recent one will be up on the screen.
Okay, then pull up the one up on the screen. So SEC approves rule change that paved the way for Bitcoin ETF. The approval could prove to be a landmark event in the adoption of cryptocurrency by mainstream finance. The decision will likely lead to the conversion of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which holds $29 billion of cryptocurrency, into an NFT. Traditional asset managers, include BlackRock and Fidelity, are also poised to launch Bitcoin funds. This has two different meanings. Tom said something before we started the podcast. I don't want to steal his thunder. I want him to give his perspective on what he thinks this is to him, because a lot of people are sitting there saying, this is big, this is this is that. Tom, what does this mean to you?
Congratulations, Bitcoin. This is day one of your regulated life. That is what's happening here. It doesn't mean that all the good things and everything about crypto and Bitcoin are going away. It just means that there is people saying this legitimizes Bitcoin. Well, I would challenge that statement and say, you're right, but this also steps up where you're going to regulate Bitcoin. And what's interesting is SEC Chair Gary Gensler, he clarified, he said, let me clarify this. Quote, while we approve the listing and trading of spot Bitcoin ETP shares, we did not approve or endorse Bitcoin. Wait a minute. You did approve it. It's basically like the pimp saying, I'm happy to make money in prostitution, but I don't endorse it. That's exactly what Gary Gensler.
Pimps up, hoes down. Tom, go for it.
Big pimp.
That's what he just said.
Spending G's, bizdoc.
They are desperately trying not to endorse it, but they are also eagerly stepping forward to start regulating it. So basically what they've said is now it can be traded. So in other words, an ETF can buy some Bitcoin and put it in there. That's what they're saying. So if you bought an ETF that was in, speculative currencies or something like that, and it's got a few things in there, okay, now Bitcoin can be part of that basket. But this is day one of a different future for Bitcoin. It does legitimize it, but it also means that now the SECs can be making the rules.
So I think they're calling this a watershed moment for Bitcoin. Look, we see that Bitcoin is now at 47.5. I think its all-time peak was in the high 60s, almost 70. Wow. So they're saying that this could be the reason that it can pummel it up to $100,000 per coin. We'll see what happens there. But look, regulation for the most part can be a good thing. What does regulation do? You guys know this, dealing with the insurance stuff and the annuity stuff and the financial planning stuff. You said legitimacy, no doubt. It gives trust into the marketplace, and it gives credibility. So bad actors and people who are basically taking advantage of people, sorry, you're not going to be able to scam as many people with whatever you're doing. There's going to be some regulation there. And over-regulation, as I think what people have a problem with, but laying down regulation, the law of the land, so to speak, the roadmap to how to basically trade this type of asset class, I think overall is going to be a good thing, and I think it'll help legitimize the good actors in the crypto space.
And by the way, there's a community in the crypto side that wants that. There's a community in the crypto side like, dude, just tell us what the regulation is so we can, we can pivot accordingly and move forward.
Yeah, I look at regulation. Like if you look at a football game, very nuanced game. There's a 50-yard line, the red zone. You never heard of football? There's all the guys out there. So there's American, there's American football guys, and then there's the regular football.
What I'm saying is tell us the rules
But like in general, it's like, okay, 10 yards is a first down. Good, got it. Right? You can kick a field goal on fourth down, basic rules. 2 point, rather than, hey, U11, just run around and do shit, and we'll just kind of keep score at the end. No, there's regulation that now when they're over-regulated, it gets to the point where it's annoying where, you can't dance in the end zone, or if your socks aren't a certain length, that's over-regulation. But regulation in sport and in finance is actually a good thing without being too cumbersome and burdensome on the rules.
In 2008, it was a good thing that they came back and they regulated, loans, because a lot of basic American consumers got really hurt by getting into bad loans.
Nina.
Yeah, they came back.
No income, no asset.
That's right. They came back. And by the way, the people pushing them into it, mortgage brokers, wanted their commission, but then the clientele, the consumer, often not an informed consumer, was taken advantage of and ended up in debt and a bad pinch with that. So some regulation is good. It's good that insurance companies are regulated, so there's a sufficient loss reserve so that, you know, if everybody covered by State Farm home insurance in Alabama, when a hurricane comes through, State Farm has the money to pay. And it's good to have that regulation there. Where the overregulation happens is what's happening now in insurance, is where Elizabeth Warren says, wait a minute, I don't think the salespeople should make this kind of a commission. Wait, who the hell are you?
Yeah, the DOL stuff she's doing.
Yeah. Who the hell are you? You know, we have a good industry here. People are getting an insurance policy. It's protecting their family. The money is there when the, you know, ultimate, the person passes away, so it can protect the family and serve the family. And you're here on the front end trying to tell people what they should pay their employees in turn of commission.
Yeah.
Lizzie, baby, you take you and your fake, you know, Native American background and get out of this side of it. That's overregulation. To your point.
You leave Pocahontas alone, okay?
Is that the most expensive thing for, like, because for one Bitcoin, $47,000?
Yeah.
Is that the most expensive thing for one thing on the for a stock market?
What do you mean? No. Berkshire
47
Hathaway is like, you know, Berkshire Hathaway is always hovering between $250,000 to $500,000 if you wanted to buy one.
Per share?
Type in, what is Berkshire Hathaway's share?
Yeah,
that's
price
insane. For one share?
Well, one share. What is Berkshire Hathaway's share price?
A's and B's.
Yeah, $553,000 for one share right now.
One share.
This is the A's.
Yeah.
Berkshire A.
If you have one share of Berkshire, go to a 5 year on where you are. Go all the way to the right. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, so it's climbing.
Look at it. It's $553,000 a share right now for Berkshire Hathaway. They do okay if you wanted to buy a share.
Pat just taught me something.
No,
I didn't know that Berkshire
500. So,
per
if
share?
you own if you own a certain amount of A share or an A share, you get to go to their annual shareholder meeting.
That's great.
Which is held in Omaha, and you hear him go back and forth, which will no longer happen with the late Charlie Munger.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.